What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another session of Build, Break, and Fix, and brought to you by the Rule Coders. You might be wondering that the other Rule Coder isn't here, well, he's on his way. And let's get ready to welcome Tori, right, as soon as it comes. All right, so hope you're all doing really, really well, and had a great day as well. So just for starters, let's play the acknowledgement of the country and get ready to acknowledge all the elders and all the elders, and we can take it from there. Hey, Tori, welcome, man. Good to have you.
Thanks.
Um, what did you say?
I said thanks. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. All right, so let's acknowledge the country. I begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and future. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. Brilliant. That was really good. So how we feeling today? You look in a bit of a hacker hacker mode. Hoodie
I've been
on.
I've been I've been coding all day. Yeah, so I feel it.
Ooh. I really admire your commitment, man, and your persistency.
Well, it's
Honestly,
it's it's fun, so I enjoy it.
yeah. And is that the what was that? Cherry juice? Is it?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
It's actually Rosella tea.
Oh, Rosella.
Do
I
you know
haven't
Rosella?
really had of it. No. What is it like?
Um, it's a little bit it's a little bit flowery, uh a little bit sour, I'd say.
Okay,
A
so
little,
it's
yeah, and
kind
a
of
little
sweet and
bit
sour.
berry flavor, I guess, but not too strong. I just put it in some water and I just let it sit for hours.
Yeah. Okay. Because I have actually heard that if you make a tea bag sit in the water for at least 3 minutes, then its actual taste comes out. Is that right?
If it's hot, yeah. I just like cold brew it.
Oh, you're more for as an iced tea person, are you?
Well, yeah, here when it's warm, sure. And then if it's winter in Australia, then yeah, I'm gonna drink hot tea for sure.
Oh yeah, perfect combination, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Hmm. That's it. Hey, being kind. Actually,
Mhm, okay.
that's my cousin. Yeah, and he
Which
likes your
which
mug.
mug? Which mug? I think he's talking about your mug then.
Uh, I don't have a mug. You had a
Oh, this mug.
mug which you were. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Cool. So since I couldn't really make it yesterday because the meeting went longer than I expected. So do you want to give us a bit of an update, as in how we did and how you went, and yeah, all that.
Sure. So, Dinesh and I, we managed to work on. I guess the biggest thing was here. I'll share my screen. Actually, it'll make more sense.
Cool.
So the biggest thing we worked on was going over what I did in CloudFront. And I actually actually did that off the stream, but hey GecDev, so I did that off the stream actually, but then I told Finesh like what I did and how it worked. So
right, I see.
basically, I don't know if I need to zoom in a little bit on my screen. Hopefully that's better. So basically, oh, that's too big. That's too big. That's being slow. All right, whatever. Just gonna reset this. So basically, we have Scrumbler on CloudFront, right?
Yes.
So this is the Scrumbler distribution, and all I did was add this error page. So you go here to create a custom error response. Why did it fail? That's weird.
Fail to load distribution. Are you in, I was gonna say, are you in the right region? But it's global.
Maybe it kicked me out.
Hang on. Is that your personal account or?
No, it kicked me out. That's why.
Right, because I did convert the account ID into the alias though. I don't know if. Okay, never mind.
No, it's just because I hadn't refreshed the browser. Like I had this tab open for a long time.
I see. Cool. That makes sense. GecDev, so I had this work meeting and that went longer than I expected, and it was an important one as well. But Tori and Finesh, I'm really thankful to them how they took my last minute notice, and Tori actually became available. So thanks a lot, Tori. I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, so the meeting was in the UK time, which is why it was a bit odd. Yeah,
that's rough. Okay, I'm back in, and all I did was, so if you create a custom error page, custom error response, basically that allows you to do a couple things, but one of the things is you can basically create these redirects. So all I did is created a 404 and click yes, and then this redirects to index.html, which is the board page, and then I just gave it a response code of 200. So that managed to fix that 404 key not found S3 error.
Right. So essentially what you did was diverted to index.html when it's supposed to go for a 404 not found.
Yeah. Now the one problem with this is, as you notice, let's see here. You can't add another 404. So essentially, if there's any 404 and somebody tries to go to Scrumbler on some path or whatever that doesn't exist, they're gonna get redirected to index.html. So that's a caveat.
I see. Yeah, that I'm pretty sure we will figure out a workaround for that as well. I guess
Gave me a heart attack. Somebody just came to the door.
I
Oh
guess
my dog
your
is
dog.
so loud.
I guess your dog added a bit of a remix to the background music.
Yeah, so to
yeah.
demonstrate any of those 404s, if we type anything at all, right? Like a URL that totally doesn't make sense. Whoa, what happened? That's weird.
Board. This entire CSS isn't found.
What the heck? What is this?
Do you want?
Oh, okay. I am wrong. So I guess if it's a different path name, it redirects to something else entirely. What is this? The example board? Wait, this must be indexed
okay.
HTML.
Right. Yeah, this must be there.
Let's check the network request. Oh, okay. So it's just some error in the on the client. It looks like. Refresh the page here. So we're getting something from.
I'll just plug
Yep.
my laptop on charge. So just bear with me for a sec.
From CloudFront, path, blah, 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 blah.
Just juice the bad boy up.
Error from CloudFront. So, same origin.
Good.
Let's see the response. This looks like index.html. Yeah, it is. So I think what happened is there's some error. It's some error on the client side. Well, if we do Zane board and we get rid of this other path here, then it will work. So I think there's something client side that there's some bad JavaScript or something that's causing that token error.
Probably, yeah. I guess there is a bug that we can basically come back to, and
sure, yeah.
we will log that in Jira as well, so we actually don't forget it. Right. So that's okay. So what I was gonna say is, if you actually create a brand new board, and I'll go in the AWS account and delete all the connection IDs and everything, and then we can check
if two people connect to the board.
Exactly.
I think
that.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
What were you gonna say? Sorry.
All I was gonna say is that I think it will work fine. The thing is that as far as I know, there's no client-side code to get the board info.
Client-side.
So that's
yeah,
something I was. That's something I was trying to do with Dinesh. That basically just started yesterday, where if somebody lands on the board from a URL, then it's gonna send a GET request to the Lambda to API gateway to DynamoDB to get all the board info. I'm sure you know where that function lies.
Yes, and at the moment that's actually taking a board ID, not a board name. So I've got a few approaches that we can go with, but let's take as in step at a time, because I always like to as in kind of see it working.
Okay.
So let's I'll go in that one and then go to our tables, and that's in North Virginia, which is the wrong one. Connections. Okay, cool. Explore table items. Okay, so if you want to create a brand new board,
Zane board.
is it not going? Ah, here we go. Okay, cool. And if you send me the URL,
Sent.
perfect.
That board is named after you.
Oh, that's my board then. Okay,
Last
so
night
I'm
we were
just going.
working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't continue, please.
I was just making a joke. It's okay. It's irrelevant.
Okay, so the board if the connection ID is there, and let's check what happens when I try to connect to it.
Do you want to share your screen? Or I can.
Yeah, just bear with me for a sec. I will
Sure.
do that. Okay, share screen. Which screen I want to share? I want to share the Chrome tab in which my Amazon console is. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Gonna open this one up. In this tab. Otherwise, you won't be able to see it. Okay, Sydney, yes, my tables. Okay, so this is your ID here, all right?
Yep.
And now what I'm gonna do is go to StreamYard and get the URL, and then try to visit there, see what happens. Right. But do I get the connection ID though? Okay, so the connection ID is working. But when I try to actually try to open the board, I don't get the board name here, which is where your point comes into place. That after loading this page, we will have to get the board details from the database.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. So this one is done. We can connect to that one, and let me see if I connect to this again. See if I get another connection ID. Okay, cool. So this is working. All right. So what? Could you guys see my screen or not?
I can't see your screen.
Oh, I forgot to share it. My bad. Chrome has lost permission to capture the screen. Follow these steps. Well, Chrome doesn't want to capture my thing. Why? Anyway, I'll sort this out now. Just a really quick one it should be. Security.
You're having problem with screen sharing?
Yes. Saying that it doesn't. Chrome doesn't want to screen share.
That's weird. Huh.
Chrome has lost permission. Follow these steps. Okay, so if I go to privacy, screen recording, so privacy, and I'm just sorting the permissions out for Chrome, and then I'll be right back.
All right, sure.
Enable, no. So location sources, no. Screen recording, there we go. It does have permissions.
And he's gone. Come back, Zane. Come back to us. I miss you. Where is he going? And I have no permissions to share my screen. Get board by ID. Post note. Get board by name. Fetch. So this function sorry everybody. I hope Zane will be back shortly.
Sorry about that,
There he
guys.
is.
Oops. I forgot to change my camera as well. Brilliant.
Welcome
There
back.
we go. Thank you. Right, so that is happening. Now what we basically need to do is do the getting of the board. Do you agree with me? You look really
Oh yeah.
shocked.
No, I'm actually
right.
I'm reading through some of the code.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So I think that right. What we're gonna have to do there, getting a board functionality is mostly there. We just basically need to merge, as in someone's on the team's code in the repo. Actually, not really merge, but get his code. So I'll just share my screen.
Sounds good.
And we can do it that way together. All right, so GitHub.
I was like, a merge? Oh no.
Yeah, that would have been a bit of saying kind of a comprehensive way to do it, but I don't want to go into depth at the moment.
Me either.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. My password manager needs to be logged in, otherwise it just enters it by itself. All right, so that one was this.
We're almost there,
No.
man. We're almost there. So close.
Yeah. Okay, that was a pull request. popular board after get button click. Okay, we'll just get the commit.
That's mean. He wrote a whole pull request.
Yes, to be honest, I haven't had a time to review it, but this was on hold because the other functionality had to be done, but that functionality was done, and then the front and the back end was supposed to be wired, but the other guys prices changed with the commitment, so let's pick this up and do that.
Well, you do have a function written inside of still front end called get board name.
No, that's not the one. We want the get button click.
Okay.
Actually, I should think before talking. Can you repeat that?
You know what? I think get board. Oh no, you need the board ID. My bad. Nope. Get board names. There's a function called get board names.
No, hang on. We can do with a get board name as well.
It's a plural. I think it gets all the board names.
Can you show me?
Sure.
That'd be great.
I'm just guessing based on the title, and if I remember, I didn't write it, but I think you probably use this get board names for getting all the board names. I am sharing my screen, but I think I need you to.
Yeah, here we go.
There you go. So
Get board names. And that's in the front end, isn't it?
Yeah, still front end. So this gets all the board names.
There would be one saying get board by name.
Get board by name?
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Get board by name.
There we go. So that one takes in a board name and gets it.
Okay, it looks like right now it's not returning anything. It's just logging.
Yeah.
Okay. So this takes, where is this?
A URL and a board name.
Oh, so this function, where is it used? Oh, it's just logged out. Okay.
Yeah, so we did that because we wanted to, as in, do the functionality as well for getting board by name. Why? That was because we wanted to validate the boards, as in we are not allowing people to save boards of the same name. They all have to be unique.
I think that's the
That was a
board
other
names.
Sorry, my
one.
bad. Yeah.
It's this one.
Yeah.
This one gets all the boards. So, do you know what this get board by name returns, or should I just find out?
Actually, let's find out. But what it should return is the board with the notes as well.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna make a little edit there.
JS expert in action.
And JSON. Do you even need that? I don't know. I don't think you do. I don't think that. I think all you need is this up here. But whatever. Then current board. So this is returning a. Do you mind if I just change this to an async function?
You're the master, man. Go for it. You're the master in JavaScript, so you take the lead.
I am
here.
definitely not the master.
Wait. Guru then maybe?
Wait, okay, await current board. Okay, now we should get the current board. All right. I am not a guru. I am a noob. Oh no, that was bad. Where's prettier? I thought I threw up. Oh, it's because I'm whatever. I'll fix it later. So if I use live server, I think this should work. Let's check it out. All right, it's loading something. Why is it taking so long?
That's all right.
Okay, there it
goes.
There
we go.
Move my dev tools off the screen. All right, so we don't have a board because we don't have a board name, and that makes sense actually. WebSocket failed to connect. That's fine. I might have an old WebSocket connection, like URL. I don't know.
URL? What do you mean, the old one?
This endpoint for the WebSocket. I don't know. It says failed.
Oh, so does it need one? Hang on, I'll get it for you.
What if I do window? All right, let me
I'm getting the socket for you. The WebSocket, sorry.
Run this here. Is there an error? Oh, no, there isn't. Okay. All right. Let me put that in there.
3062. Okay, I am about to be logged in.
Is there a board that has notes in it, Zane?
I'll just have a look for you, but first I'll give you the WebSocket. Gateway. WebSocket. No, I don't want Scrambler. API stack. Stages, prod. There we go. So this is your WebSocket URL. I'll post it in the chat. There you go. And
oh yeah, it is different. Okay.
About the board that has notes in there.
It's so slow. Oh, here we go. There's one call. Okay, I'm not gonna use that one. A test board.
So there's
I'm using
There is
test board.
one called test board. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just running this in DevTools.
All right.
Let's see what this returns back to us. It gives us an error. Rejected, because maybe I have the wrong endpoint.
What does it say?
It got rejected.
Rejected in
404.
terms of.
Oh wait, hold
Can
on.
you zoom in a bit, please? I can't.
Hold on.
see.
There's an
Yeah.
error right here with board slash.
Two forward slashes.
Where is that coming from? I think the URL. Let me get rid of this.
If you go back to no. Keep this one there, please. And if you go back to the URL.
Oh, okay. I'll update it on my end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have told you about this thing before when I gave it to you.
Oh, you know what? Dinesh had me add the slash at the end of that URL. So I think in the code there's probably some errors then, because some of them have the slash and some don't.
Right. I see.
This is where TypeScript is like the best, because like you never get it wrong.
As in, it becomes really fussy in a really good way.
Yeah, and then little errors like that are just gone.
Oh, here we go.
Hopefully this works now.
It worked, I think.
Okay, yeah, pending. Yeah, I don't care. 404, huh?
Board test board.
Hold on. What? That's weird.
Probably it's the cache. Then he's clearing up a bit.
Well, live server is refreshing the page. All right, hold on. Oh, it's me. I'm silly, dude. It's me. It's because I'm using. All right. Well, I'll change this here. All right. What I need to do is edit this. No, that's URL value. I don't want to like deal with this tiny error.
So yeah, don't worry about that one. Failed.
Okay, there it goes. Got it back. So yeah, you do get the board ID, the board, and the board notes.
And the board notes as well.
Yeah, you can see all that?
Yeah. Now I can.
Topic this.
True. Okay, cool. So we are getting the board back by board by board name. Okay. So what we basically need to do now is map what we are getting back to the HTML component element, as in to the page itself.
So
basically, wherever it's in the current board, we need to map the entire object with the one on the page. So for example, if the heading 1 has the board title, then we would probably do like current board dot board name will come in h1 element, if that makes sense.
I should have saved the response.
Oh, right.
See here. Where's my live server at? Where's my live server? Okay, hold on. My bad. Oh, I closed it. That's right. Whoopsies. All right, there it's back. All right. This is gonna work. Promise pending. There it is. All right. So what I want to do is copy this object. Perfect. So that's what you get back as a response.
Cool. So we can save that somewhere. Yep, that's fine.
I'm just putting that there for now.
Yeah,
so I can
know.
keep track of it.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. Okay, now basically what we would do is where we have the board title, as in just kind of say current board items, the board name, and then wherever the value is, it will get mapped to the h1.
Okay, so I think on go, just go run on, just go run.
Okay, so the
Go
runs on load in home.html, yes.
Local. So this runs on load.
So
you get the board name from local storage.
What we basically want to do here is, I'm thinking kind of put a validation is to disable and enable the buttons. So there basically will be two buttons. And what I'm thinking is that if we have typed a unique board name, then we press go, then it will just create the board object. But if we have already typed the board that already exists, then that go button will be replaced by get button. I'm thinking that kind of logic.
You're thinking about a home on the home.index HTML?
Yeah.
So do you want me to go there, or do you want to try to fetch and populate the board from?
What do you think?
So are you talking about if somebody creates a board and then shares the URL?
Oh no, yeah, I got off track. That's my bad. Yeah, for this scenario, when the URL is shared, we would do everything in index.html. Yeah.
Okay.
So when index.html loads, we will pull through all the information of that board and populate it. Okay. In the scenario when the URL is shared only.
Okay. So onload runs first. What's session board ID? So onload runs first, Zane?
Yes. Yes. Onload runs first.
Onload tries to get the board name from local storage. Now, if somebody is trying to join the board, they won't have the board name in local storage.
No, they won't. So this logic will have to change a bit now.
So this is what I was doing with.
Mm-hmm.
This is like 2 lines that I wrote last night for Dinesh. With Dinesh.
Right.
Dinesh and I wrote these 2 lines last night, which was so when I was testing the CloudFront thing, and then if I created a board, when you create your own board, then it gets saved to local storage, right? Now, say you created a board, but then you also want to join somebody else's board. Then I noticed that the problem was that the local storage was being used to get the board information.
It was.
So when you're trying to join somebody else's board, then I made a little logic that basically said, what's the path name? Now, I'm not sure if this will 100% work, to be honest. May not, but what we could do is if they come from a different path name, then they could replace what's in local storage. I think that's probably easier based on the way you've already written all the code.
So basically, when they come in index.html, whatever the board name is at that instant of time, that board name will be in that person's local storage. Am I right?
Yeah. That way, if you create a board named Zaneboard and then you want to join Toryboard, you can join Toryboard because you'll just replace what's in local storage. Honestly, I would think that unless you have a particular reason for using local storage, the better way to do it would be to rewrite it using query parameters in the URL. And then
yeah.
And then that way you can just get the board name from the query parameters. And even if you create a board on the home.html, you could just put the board name you created in the query parameter, and then that way you don't have to deal with local storage. But it's fine. It doesn't matter, honestly.
So in terms of that one, because you're better, as in way better in front end.
No.
I'm saying way better than me in front end. How would you approach it?
I think the way to do it right now, and then if we wanted to refactor it later, is to try to just replace what's in local storage with what's in the path name.
Because my concern here is that every person's local storage will be different.
Yeah, that is a problem. But if we do this, then I think you need to get rid of.
Hang on. How about if we do it in this way? And I could be totally wrong, but this is just a thought. Is say for example, you create a brand new board, okay, and you send the URL to me, which is say storyboard, and I go in there by the URL you have actually given me, and it does bring up index.html. But behind the scenes, what it's also doing is that it's actually taking the storyboard from the URL path and getting that board name from the as in the board object from the database, and they're just populating it. In that way, we don't really have to worry about as in local storage at all whatsoever.
Yeah, the only problem is I don't know how to get CloudFront to add. Oh, actually, I do know a way. I was going to say, I don't know if CloudFront will pass the query parameters, but on a server, I think if you use the hash symbol, and then anything after the hash symbol will be saved by... Let me see if that works. Like if we do Zane board, and then hash, another like hash Zane board, whatever. I've killed it. Well, yeah, I would use the path name here. I would just use this instead of local storage, but unless
exactly.
Yeah, that should work. I don't see why it won't work. But now you have to rewrite all this code. So I just say go with local storage for now.
Why would we have to rewrite all the code?
I mean, you don't have to rewrite all the code. I'm saying you have to rewrite some code. And you may introduce bugs by rewriting some of the code right now.
Because this is how I'm thinking that it might work, and the amount of code that needs to be added. Basically, what will happen is that as soon as I get a link from you, I go on that link and the board name will already be appended to that link. Okay, although in the background it's only opening index.html as in brand new, but on load it will take the board name from the URL itself and then just basically get the board object from the database and display it. So it doesn't have to even touch local storage at all. And the code that
Yeah, what code do you have to replace then?
So about the code, we would just we don't necessarily need to add. We would probably just need to replace it, as in so you know how your line is saying 160, as in if the path name is this,
yep,
then get the board name from local storage, isn't it?
Yep.
What my idea is coming to my mind is that instead of getting the board name from local storage, get the board name from the URL itself.
Okay. So here is like, if the path name is index.html, which should never happen.
Yeah.
So what do we want to do in that case if it is indexed to HTML?
So if it
Redirect
is
them?
indexed to HTML, yeah, basically redirect it to the homepage.
Okay. Window. All right. Well, first of all, it would be better if we're gonna refactor this code, we should just put this code on still front end. But if you want to keep it here inside of the script tag, that's fine.
Dude, you have full license. Yeah, you're the leader here of front end. So just go for
All right, so
whatever you think
I
can be
would
done.
say everything you need to do, you can just do it right here on this onload function, I'm assuming, although you may have different logic. All right, so let me, but then you have this document. Okay, yeah. Okay, so why don't we just rip this out here? All right, and then we don't even need this. All right, because what we can do is we can do this onload event. This JavaScript is already parsed, so the HTML should already be. What's up? The HTML is already available.
I thought you meant that this JavaScript is already harsh.
Oh, no.
But you meant past, so
Parsed,
I just
yeah.
misheard you. Yeah.
So you can do switch. All right, and then we can just write a function here that like does something if it's this index.html, and then you could do the same thing for home.
Yeah.
Or well, it wouldn't have a path name. It would be a slash or an empty string. It would be a slash.
Yeah.
That could come first. And then you can write your break or return or whatever. And so here we can just create some other function, load index, or load, I don't know, load board. I'm gonna call load index HTML page. Load board page, that's a better name.
Yeah.
All right, and then I always have trouble with naming.
You're not the only one.
Okay, so when this loads, you just basically want to do everything that you had in that script tag. All right. So here we have this get board thing, blah blah blah. So the path name. So if there is an actual path name, okay, so in this case, I think we want to redirect back to the home page.
Yes.
What is history? Go. Is it push state? I think it's push state.
URL is optional. Path name.
Is that a read only?
I don't think it would be.
Can be set. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that should reload the window.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if that actually works.
Gagdev is asking for a new background music. Okay, Gagdev, we'll work on it.
Oh, it did redirect. It did change the path name. That's maybe I do need to. I always forget these. What's available?
Yeah, don't worry,
here?
man. It's easy to forget these kind of things. Maybe href.
Yeah, maybe. Can be set to navigate to the given URL. Okay, let's try that. So that would be
scrambler.rocoder.dev.
hold on.
Home.html.
Well, we want to do it locally, right?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, let's do this, and then this probably isn't the best way. But we can do window reload. Or window.location.reload. Oh, should probably just look at MDM. All right, let's try that again. So this should kick us back. Oh, there. Huh? What? Okay.
So it's an infinite loop, is it?
Yeah.
Right. We can come back to this.
Oh,
tomorrow.
It's late. Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, just if you can make sure you push this code in the branch.
We'll do that.
That way, everyone can have access to that.
Sure. I'm gonna make sure it actually doesn't do an infinite loop before I push it. So
sure.
After the show.
Yeah. That'd be great. Thank you very much. Yeah, been a really productive one. Do you want to do the closing?
Sure. So today we worked on the client side, and we worked on implementing what happens when a URL is shared to another client or user, and we need to write some client-side code that when a client lands on the board, then they grab the path name and then basically send a GET request to API Gateway DynamoDB and pull down all the board info and render that to the screen.
Fantastic. So essentially, the summary would be that we want to make sure that when multiple users connect to the WebSocket, they get the specified board with the contents as well. So that would be the point. Well done, guys. And if you want to check how do we continue solving this. Check us out tomorrow on same time, same place, and
A different task.
there we go. Have a good night, guys.